I'm in the car. It's loud, I know, but I want to make this video today, and I don't know when I'm going to have time because I got to spend a lot of time in the car today, running, taking my mother-in-law around. In Ohio, right here, just north of me in Clinton County, a wildlife officer was shot. The person who is being accused of shooting him right now is only charged with weapons under disability and hunting without a license. Not trespassing, nothing like that. Hunting without a license. So this, what I'm just from what I know, which isn't much, wildlife officer, guy hunting without a license, officer shot. You know, whether the guy intentionally shot the cop or not, for this conversation is irrelevant. Nobody deserves to get shot unless they do something really, you know, unless they harm your life. And they haven't charged the shooter with anything yet related to the shooting. So that leads me to believe that Clinton County thinks it might have been an accident. There's a possibility it could have been an accident. Regardless, if somebody's hunting, how can the state tell somebody they don't have the right to hunt for their food? You can't use it during gun season. You can't use a gun to hunt for your food. What if you don't have access to a bow? What if you're not proficient with a bow? Which I don't even know if you can use a bow in gun season in Ohio. I don't remember. My brother would know. My brother hunts. But this is just another example of one of these bullshit laws. You know, do I think there should be hunting licenses? Well, I mean, if you're hunting on state property that's legally owned by the state can license whatever. But if I own 1,000 acres in Ohio and I want to let you shoot 40 deer on my 1,000 acres, those deer are my property when they're on my property. And if it is my property, I shouldn't have to have a license to hunt on it. For all y'all that don't know what the government has allowed themselves to do when it comes to private property, you need to look up a Camden, Tennessee case where the wildlife resource people in Camden, Tennessee, put trail cameras on a guy's property. The court said that the only time on your property that there's an expectation of privacy is within like so many feet around your house. So they're trying to say the government's allowed to sneak on you. You know, if you own 1,000 acres, like I think this guy owned 114 acres down there. But they said that the only time there's an expectation of privacy is in your home on your own property. It's bullshit, man. Like, our government's fucking just, look at the whole picture. They think they rule us. The police are their enforcers. The police are the damn redcoats. They're no different. Go back and read the journal entries from the people that lived at the time of the founding or right before the founding. The cops today are doing the exact same shit the redcoats were then. The same thing the founders shot them in the fucking face for. You know, everybody wants to ask what we can do. What can we do? The very first obstacle we have to freedom is getting over the police forces, abolishing the police forces. And I know it'll be shitty after that. You think that the 4.5, 5 years of the revolution were peaches and cream the whole time? Fuck no. It was shitty. Everybody's got too goddamn comfortable sitting on their couches, eating freaking Hot Pockets and playing soccer with their kids. It's time to get over that shit, man. It's time to grab your balls and man up. Hope for the best. Hope you make it through it. I mean, freedom isn't free. You know, I've mentioned this before. It has a specific price. And only the ones that have been willing to pay that price, only the ones that have been willing to pay that price have won freedom for others. Because the ones who have paid that price, for the most part, never got to enjoy the freedom that they won. The price is blood and lives. That is the cost of freedom. If you don't pay it, you will not have freedom. It's a sad truth, but it's the truth. And it's not because of us. It's because of them power-hungry bastards that want to rule over us. You know, we give them specific guidelines they got to operate in, and they just want to do what they want. Who gives a fuck if somebody was out hunting without a license? They didn't have a license because you said they were under disability. Yeah, they're going to go get a license to hunt and incriminate themselves? I mean, come on, man. A right cannot be taken from anybody for any reason, ever. Never. For all y'all that haven't watched the videos about what a right is, it's called My Gift to You, or the videos about my son. Even the people sitting in jail right now still have the right to keep and bear arms. Nothing can take that from them. We didn't allow government the authority over rights, because if we did, we wouldn't have rights. We would have privileges. And that's what those bastards think we have now. Like, I don't know about you all, but I'm getting sick of hearing shit about shit like this. How many people's lives have been ruined? How many people have spent years in prison? Or how many people are dead because government said they didn't have the right to keep and bear arms? Not because they were out robbing a fucking bank. No, they were out hunting for food. Like, it pisses me off. It pisses me off to the point of no end. But as long as we allow it to happen, guess what? They're going to do it. Like I said, it's just like your kid taking a cookie out of the cookie jar before dinner. If you're making him a salad for to start dinner off, and he reaches his hand in that cookie jar, you don't smack the shit out of his hand. Before the next couple of days, he's going to be grabbing 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies. He ain't going to never eat dinner. He don't even care about what you say now. And then if you try to smack his hand, he's still going to try you. Best believe that. And that's when you're like, I'm going to have to whoop his ass. I don't whoop my kids. I whipped them both one time. That's all it took. Because I let it go and let it go and let it go until they deserve the ass whooping they got. And I ain't had to whoop either one of them since. I think Trader was about 9. He's 14 now. And Silas was about 7 when he got his. And hopefully I don't have to whip him again. But you do something dumb enough, and you're my kid, I'm going to whip you. It's just the way it is. And all of us should be whipping our government's ass. Because it's not going to stop. And if it's not you today, it will be you tomorrow. And that's what people need to understand. Just because it doesn't affect you today physically doesn't mean it's not affecting you. Because that's just one person closer they are to getting to you. It's time. We're going to have a live feed tonight. A live stream. And the topic's going to be, what do we do and how do we do it? Like, I don't think anybody should have to be a martyr, especially in this country, because you're going to be a martyr for nothing, because ain't nobody going to follow your ass, because you're going to be played off as a criminal in every news station around. Oh, he didn't listen to the police. Who the fuck's the police to tell me to do anything? I don't do nothing wrong. The worst thing I do wrong is I speed. I don't pay attention to speed limit signs. I haven't paid attention to the speed limit signs in years. I drive a safe speed. I get going, and if I feel safe, I drive that speed. If I don't, I slow down. I don't endanger anybody else's life. Ain't nobody wrecked because of me. But by God, there's been plenty of times that I've been driving at a safe speed, and I've had a state highway patrol roll by me doing 100. Real quick story, I had that happen. That exact thing happened one night. And I was in this, and I took off after the cop on the interstate. Once I hit about 100, I think I hit about 120, I finally let out of it. I just let off the gas and came back down, to cruising speed. And as soon as I did, I popped the hill. There was a Sharonville cop sitting right there. So I called Sharonville police because that state boy had just went by that cop running well over 140. He had to be going 140, 150 miles an hour. And I'm not bullshitting. Like, I got this car up to 120, and I was not gaining on that cop at all. These little cars are pretty quick. They think they're above the law. Somebody just sent me an email about the cops in New York that raped that girl while she was in custody. Nothing happened to them. They all believe they're above the law. One hand washes the other. The cops enforce the laws that the elite want into place so that they don't have to ever face repercussions for their actions. The judges convict you for being naughty little boys and girls and not being law-abiding bootlickers. And they all wash each other's backs, man. It's a scam. We've all been lied to. Government has a specific purpose. That's to protect my rights. That's it. I'm to protect my rights first. I'm the first line of defense. Then my city government. Then my county government. Then my state government. Then the federal government, all as fences facing outward. They're to protect anything that's trying to violate my rights coming at me. And until we restrict it and get it back in line, people, it's just going to get worse. Nothing's going to change. I made a video the other night. I don't think I posted it, though. You know, people's all up in arms about braces. I can tell you right now, they're coming after your single-shot 22 long rifles. You know why? Because they plan on doing shit you'd fucking shoot them for. It's just a matter of time. They're coming after all of it. And the longer we allow them to do the shit, the more they're going to do it. As for this, you know, this 4th of January thing, that dude, here's why I don't trust it. I wasn't going to say this openly, but here's why I don't trust it. The plan could work. His plan could work. As long as first he didn't mention D.C. That was his first screw up. Second, he doesn't take a political side. You go in, you fucking arrest everybody. And anybody that gets in your way, they're a deadly threat. Treat him as one. But the smart thing to do would have been like, hey guys, let's meet at this place and time where we can legally meet. And we'll take a walk. Because it's just a bridge away. But I think, I would bet, that we can look forward to some kind of restriction coming soon. Stay safe, guys. Stay armed. Treat criminals as criminals should be treated.